live boop. That way I know in the boop.
No, he's not going to boop anything.
No,
By the way, we're live.
it's just live like it is now.
Yeah, surprise. Surprise.
Oh, it's live right now?
It's
yep,
live
right
right
this
now.
second here.
What were
Hi,
you saying,
everybody.
Rylock?
Hi, everybody. It's so wonderful to see everybody again. I feel like we were just here 2 minutes ago listening to Memo talk about how wonderful everybody is.
All right, so what are we calling the story? Just so I need to relabel
good
the
question.
stream.
All right, I think we need to call it... I feel like the recurring theme that really hits home with me when I read this text is pineapple on pizza, sin, or bigger sin. I feel like that kind of sums it all up. There's demon
Okay.
ladies, chihuahuas, and pizza with pineapple.
All right, let me get started on this. Hold on.
Thank you. Thank you. And I apologize in advance to those who may realize that we are going between past tense, present tense, future tense, far future tense, back to past tense, and then all over the tenses. I apologize. That's just going to happen. Can't really help
It's
it.
fine. My degree's weeping somewhere.
Pineapple.
Fine.
Pineapple on pizza, sin or bigger sin. That is what we've renamed the stream.
Excellent.
Oh,
So,
boy.
I think it would be great while we're reading this if people could vocalize their need for pineapple on pizza or their hatred for pineapple on pizza in the chat, and we'll kind of get like a little poll going.
I know I can do this. Hold on, give me like 2 seconds. I wish you
Give him 2 seconds, everybody. We're gonna do this.
I don't know if we have that kind of time. Rylock and I are slipping further and further into drunk land.
It's a friendliness land. Friendliness land.
Was that this new secret word? My bad.
Yeah.
Now, wait, is that a family-friendly endeavor, do we think?
That's what I'm saying. We're
Everything we do here
further and
today is
further
family friendly.
into Hugland, frankly.
Yes.
Where we
Did it
just go
start
around
with your
hugging
jersey?
people.
As long as Wendell's hair is there, I'm going to be there.
Oh my god.
Can you hug just hair? Would that be possible?
Probably.
Do you want to?
For Wendell's hair, I'm willing to do that.
I would think you need a significant volume of hair to make that worthwhile for the hugger. You're welcome.
I can't really process that right now.
All right, are we? Do we? What is Wendell doing? What?
I think he
What
just
is this
gave up.
man? What is this man doing?
Well, I was gonna try to do a pineapple or no pineapple, but this is getting.
I think Wendell's trying to hide.
Okay,
I don't
let's
blame
just
you.
go. Let's just go.
We also can't.
We don't hear you.
Alt out of that thing.
Okay, let's just go because I am.
Okay.
I wish I had more time to set that up. I wish I'd known.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to set the mood. I began this story and I ended this story. I was going for a very dark, noir, 20s, private investigator, sci-fi, amazing story. What we really got in the end, was nothing short of a masterpiece.
Okay, wow.
I thought you were going to say massacre when you started it like that.
Yeah, me too.
I will begin reading the story. The man wore blue. Not just his clothes and accessories, but even his skin was painted that pale sky blue, while wearing a steampunk-style monocle and walking in a distinguished manner with a cane, when suddenly and inexplicably a time machine did appear in front of our hero. The man blinked as he removed his monocle to polish it before approaching the time machine. With a smile and a snap of his fingers, the man realized where he wanted to go in the time machine, and he hopped in quickly to see the birth of the pineapple pizza. He glared in confusion as he pondered. Pineapple? On a pizza? He reached out to try a slice, but it was interrupted by a stern He turns, and he sees a tall, beautiful woman say, "Come with me if you want to live." The woman's hair, black as night, flew out behind her as she began to quickly stride out of the building and away from the man's time machine. As she strides straight into a group of mutants swinging her flaming greatsword. Tongues of fire licked out, the smells of sizzling flesh and screams filling the air. As the sounds of sizzling hit the man's ears, he deeply regretted not grabbing that slice of pizza. At least that was until the individual behind him dropped dead. The pie was poisoned by a nefarious actor attempting to discourage putting pineapple on pizza. When the man looked at the pizza in horror, the pineapple says, "You know you want a piece! Come try me!" Our hero then realized he too was poisoned, since pineapples can't really talk, only tomatoes can. Fortunately, our hero had prepared prior to this time travel journey by researching all of the different types of poison used during that era and was able to produce an antidote immediately. Only after the man had released a most ungentlemanly belch did he turn to see the raven-haired heroine looking at him with a sense of confusion and disgust, much like his prom night years before. Or was it many years later, internally mused the time traveler? Because he's time traveling. The tall, beautiful woman with her hair black as night finished slaughtering the mutants with her flaming greatsword and slowly walked back toward the man of blue. When she said, "Make for me the greatest pizza in the world, or I'll eat your soul," he thought long and hard between pineapple and pepperoni. Then he tossed the pineapple in the trash where it belongs. The woman, seeing the hero's descent into madness, approached with her sword at his throat. "How dare you treat pineapples that way?" she shrieked. Suddenly, Pineapple Man appears in the room. This is where we go a little south, boys and girls. "Oh yeah!" he yelled as he burst through the wall, only to be arrested for copyright infringement immediately afterwards. As the Copyright Infringement Enforcement Task Force dragged away Pineapple Man, he kicks over the trash can containing the pineapple with a resounding boom, and from it emerges an enormous creature made of dripping pineapple reaching for our dumbstruck protagonist. Our hero reaches into his pack and removes a bottle of rum and shouts, "Now it's a party!" The dripping pineapple monster is confused and reaches for the rum, gurgling, "Mine!" It was a mistake, for the pineapple whore was never going to be a match for the streaming horde of spring breakers this attracted, each of them clutching a cocktail umbrella and straw. Bruh. The spring breakers make short work of the pineapple whore, slurping away its outer layers. Jeez. Slurping away its outer layers to reveal a chihuahua. The chihuahua gazes around, unimpressed by either the blue man or the slurping spring breakers, and then utters, "Yo quiero Taco Bell." The midnight-haired woman screams in horror. She must not like Taco Bell. Leaping at the blue man. "A talking dog?" The dog, curious to test its newfound power, sniffs her feet. The blue man says to the chihuahua, "You got a name?" The chihuahua threw a pompous look over his shoulder and said, "I am a Chewini!" As the strange talking Chewini walked off as pretentiously as possible for such a small creature, the party started to become a bit rowdy as someone found 2 kegs in a frat house. They found a frat house. The frat boys began spraying beer into the air. They started a Backstreet Boys dance contest. They began looking for more pineapples. Meanwhile, the Chewini swam lengths in the keg. The midnight-haired woman slapped a hand to her forehead, disgustedly muttering, "The Chewini is going to pee in there!" With only its eyes and two perky ears peeking over the edge of the keg, the Chewini stared ominously at her. A slow smile spread across its tiny muzzle, and it closed its eyes in obvious relief. The frat boys, obviously too drunk to notice, continued their shenaniganery as the hero looked on with horror. "What horrors have I unleashed on the world? None of this would have happened if you've come with me when I told you to," snapped the raven-haired woman. "So let's go, shall we?" The blue man clutched at himself. "But where?" She rolled her eyes and said, "To my hideout, of course. Don't be an idiot. I told you. Come with me if you want to live." And with that, she grabbed his blue arm and led him outside towards a massive warehouse, topped by a blinking sign that read, "The Boudoir." The blue man turned quite red at the sight. which for the blue man manifested as a delightful shade of mauve. Opening the barn-style door, the hero was shocked to hear, "I'm blue, da-da-dee-da-da-doo, da-da-dee-doo-doo-da, doo-doo-dee-dee-doo-da," blasting through the massive speakers set around the cavernous room filled with blue dancing club glowers. Glowers and goers too. "The music of my people!" he exclaimed as he burst into dance. The woman grabbed him. "We don't have time for this! We must keep going," she says, as she drags him through the crowd. The blue man smiled and waved as he moved through the press of dancers, and at his heels trotted the Chewini, carrying a switchblade between its teeth. The Chewini reeked of cheap beer and other things as he wove through the blue crowd, stopping occasionally to growl or mark his territory on a dancer's shoe. The raven-haired woman looked at his fearsome demeanor and wondered. Maybe she had misinterpreted the signs. Was this the hero she had been sent to find, not the blue man? The party-goer, lost in the rhythm of the music and drunk on pineapple rum, tripped. The Chewini yipped in surprise as it was drenched in a sticky mixture of blue curacao and other random alcohols. The mutation happened so fast that nobody realized what was going on until it was almost too late to escape. The Chewini grew in size and shape. Suddenly, the Chewini's paws were as big as car tires, and it towered above the revelers as they all turned as one to look in awe at the now giant-smelling dog spat out the relatively tiny switchblade towards the grumpy raven-haired woman. Suddenly, the planet shooketh, verily, until the Chewini, raven-haired woman, party-goers, pizza, blue man, and everyone else merged into one giant Voltron of things, and suddenly spat out mlem before ceasing to exist.
I'm dying over here. Thank you. That was beautiful. That was just beautiful. This will need a sequel.
I have a few questions because I did not proofread this beforehand.
Only a few.
My main question is, when the Chewini was ascribed the growth serum, why for instance, the collar maybe got bigger with him, but the switchblade did not. I think in most sci-fi, we're going to say that the whole thing gets bigger. So it should have. I feel like it should have been a giant switchblade. Could have maybe introduced some really cool, death-defying stunts later. But I'm largely okay with the story. I've actually already received an email. I sent this out earlier from Penguin Books, who they're ready to publish this right now, today. So we're good, like millionaires tomorrow. Sign that contract.
I think we do need to self-publish it on Amazon.
I would sign that contract fast.
Yep. Well, thank you, everybody, for listening to that. I know I didn't.
By the way, the vote is 11 for pizza and 5 against.
I mean, obviously pineapple belongs on pizza.
Yeah, pineapple on pizza, number one, 100%. I agree. Good call. Hey, that was a lot of fun. I think I've heard of a dirty, unfounded rumor that if we do this kind of virtual get-together again in the future, we might have to do a story again. I think maybe we should do that.
I'm pretty sure that's a guaranteed event.
Yeah, I think we need a sequel, obviously. I mean, clearly there are some notes from this first one that we can address in the second.
Or perhaps a prequel regarding the raven-haired grumpy lady.
Well, we don't have a good history with prequels, but maybe.
Or the
but we have our lore. We have our canon, right? We've got our main characters. We've got Blue Man. We've got Raven-haired Woman. We've got Chewini. And we've got a frat house. I really think we could push this to the limits next time we do a story, and maybe include some murder mystery in there somewhere. I think we could definitely go with that route.
I'm all for it. I'm for it. I will note this for our next virtual event.
Thank you to everybody who wrote a line in the story. There were quite a few of you, and it turned out really funny. I think that was the whole point. So awesome job, everybody. and we'll see you next time for the next story.
I think we should put a series of short stories after, as we go forward. All right. Well, unless you guys have anything else, this is. I think BDO is going to pop on do a PvP stream, or is already doing it. I'm not sure yet.
I know that TIG is having a few software issues, so I don't think they're going to have their PvP stream. I do think probably Pad, Rylock, and I will be in the VGT channel in a bit, and I'll hit somebody up to do some Cards Against Humanity. Yeah, I'm putting you on the hook right now, so you're voluntold! Ha! Let's go have a dirty card game. It'll be fun. Let's do that.
All right, but I think we're done pretty much streaming for the night unless somebody else pops on a game stream. So my eyes are kind of burning for some reason. I may have been laughing too hard. I'm not entirely sure.
Tears of hilarity.
Yeah. So we will go ahead and call it an evening. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming to the virtual get-together. I hope everyone has had a lot of fun. I hope the fun goes on the rest of the night, and I think it was fun.
I definitely had fun. Thank you all very much. Stop running, Pad! Come back!
Nice. Night, guys.
Nice.